one of the things I'm particularly concerned about as chair of the Intelligence Committee and as the chair of the Cybersecurity Caucus is the potential effects of a major cyber attack. We've seen kind of low-level cyber attacks in the last couple of days hitting Ukrainian banks and hitting certain Ukrainian government agencies. My fear is twofold. One, if Russia launches a massive cyber attack, for example, trying to shut down Ukrainian power or water systems or other basic infrastructure, because our networks are all intertwined, it's very likely that that kind of attack, once you let that bug out, you can't control it, it could have huge ramifications, for example, in neighboring Poland, which is a NATO nation, and could suddenly raise a whole host of questions that have, up to this date, have been hypothetical, but could be the reality of what level of cyber attack constitutes an act of war, which would, in effect, trigger Article 5, which says of the NATO treaty, which basically says if you attack any NATO member, there are 30 countries in NATO, other NATO countries have to come to their aid. So we're in a very dangerous territory. And I'd say to folks in Virginia and American businesses, if there is a major cyber attack in Ukraine, chances are it will not be constrained by geographic boundaries. It could affect American businesses, and clearly when Putin or if Putin attacks and we launch major economic sanctions against Russia, there's a very high probability that Russia could react with cyber attacks against our country.